You know the scene. It's late, you're tired, you're scrolling through your phone, and boom, there it is. Someone who looks half your age, flashing thousands in profit they supposedly made from their phone. Meanwhile, you're busting your tail at work, and your bank account? It's barely budging. So what is going on here?
What you're looking at is designed from the ground up to make you feel like you're behind, to make you feel insecure, like you're failing. It's a massive industry worth millions, and it's built on one thing: envy. And that's the real question, isn't it? See, here's the secret. They're not looking for students to teach. They're looking for customers to fund their lifestyle. And in this explainer, we're going to pull that curtain all the way back. We are going to take apart their entire playbook, lie by lie. The goal? So you can stop comparing yourself to a fantasy and start building something real for yourself. Let's do this. Okay, first up, lie number 5. This is the big one, the ultimate fantasy they dangle in front of you. It's the dream that gets everyone hooked. The promise of retiring in your 30s and never working another day in your life.
The picture is always the same, right? Some perfect beach, a laptop that's always closed, and a life of doing absolutely nothing. Look, that sounds amazing for a one-week vacation, but for the next 50 years, the human brain needs a challenge. Without purpose, you don't find happiness, you find boredom. And this is the real goal. Real financial freedom isn't about being unemployed. It's about having total control, total autonomy. It's the power to fire a nightmare client, to walk away from a job that's crushing your soul, to say no to projects you hate just because you can afford to. That is power. That is real freedom. All right, let's get to the next lie. This one is all about how they just conveniently forget to mention their single biggest advantage. They sell you this epic story of taking heroic risks, but they always leave out the most important chapter. It sounds so brave, doesn't it? So inspiring. It taps right into that part of us that wants to do something bold and change our lives. But honestly, this advice is incredibly dangerous if you don't understand the full story of the person giving it. So let's get real about risk. When they take a risk, it's more like a simulation. If their big idea fails, well, they just go back home to their nice house, maybe get some more funding from their family, and try again. But when you take that exact same risk and fail, the consequences are very, very real. It's not some cool learning experience, it's an eviction notice. This is their hidden privilege, and it's the most dishonest part of their whole story. Okay, so if their success isn't just about being a brave risk taker, where's the money really coming from? Well, this brings us to the heart of their business model. And, spoiler alert, it has almost nothing to do with what they claim they're doing. This old saying is the perfect analogy. We're in a new digital gold rush for financial freedom, right? But the people getting truly rich aren't the ones digging for gold. They're the ones selling the shovels. The online courses, the ebooks, the exclusive VIP groups. They aren't getting rich from the market. They're getting rich from you. And here it is. This is exactly how the machine works. That fancy lifestyle you see, it's funded by the very people paying to learn the secret to getting it. Just think about it for a second. If you really had a magic formula to print money, why on earth would you sell it for $500 and create thousands of new competitors for yourself? The answer is so simple. Their real, reliable profit isn't their trading strategy, it's your enrollment fee. All right, let's talk about the lie that's specifically designed to make you feel guilty about every single small joy in your life. It's a classic piece of advice that sounds smart on the surface, but completely falls apart as soon as you do the actual math. Oh man, we've all heard this one, right? The idea that your financial problems aren't because of big issues, like stagnant wages or inflation. No. It's because you bought a $3 coffee to get through a tough Tuesday afternoon. But let's actually look at the numbers. Let's say you are a saint and you save that coffee money every single day for 10 straight years. You end up with a pretty decent chunk of cash. But here's the catch. In that same decade, the price of the house you wanted to buy has doubled, maybe even tripled. All that sacrifice and suffering, it barely earned you enough to cover the down payment and fees. So here's the crucial takeaway. They want you obsessing over saving pennies because it's a great distraction from the real issue. The problem isn't your small expenses, it's your income. Your energy is so much better spent finding ways to earn more, not living a miserable life for a goal that just keeps getting further and further away. And now, it's time for the final boss of financial lies, the holy grail, the one that sounds so smart, so sophisticated, but is easily the most dangerous one of all for anyone who is just starting out. I love this analogy because it's the perfect way to think about it. If you have a massive army, say $1 million, you can send it into battle and it's going to bring back some treasure. But if you only have 5 soldiers, just $5, and you send them out to fight against inflation in the markets, they're not coming back. Passive income is a volume game, period.
This chart says it all, really. A fantastic 10% return on a small amount of capital is, well, it's still a pretty small amount of money. It's not even enough to pay for the data plan you need to watch their videos. But a modest return on a huge pile of capital? Now that is life-changing income. The tool is the same, the starting point changes everything.
And here's the cold, hard reality check. To generate just a basic living wage from passive income alone, this is the ballpark of what you need to have invested first. The lesson couldn't be clearer. Passive income is not how you get rich. It's how the rich stay rich. Okay, so we've torn down all the lies. We've exposed the bad math and the manipulative business models. The illusion is shattered. So now what? We can't just end it there.
This right here is the most important question of all. If all the get-rich-quick stuff is just a trap, what does the real path actually look like? I'll tell you right now, it's not sexy and it's definitely not fast. But you know what? It's real.
So here's the real playbook. Number 1, forget passive income for now. Get absolutely obsessed with growing your active income. Build skills, get that promotion, start a real side hustle. 2, stop donating to influencers. The single best investment you can ever make is in your own brain. Books, real certifications, actual skills. And 3, define what freedom actually means to you. Maybe it isn't a Lamborghini. Maybe it's just being able to sleep soundly at night because you're completely debt-free. That is an amazing, incredible goal.
So, the next time someone on the internet offers you a secret shortcut to wealth, I want you to clutch your wallet and run the other way. The real path has never been a secret. It's always been smart work, consistency, and absolutely zero delusions. Now let's get to it.